The New York Jets have a roster capable of making the playoffs, but the franchise still needs to work to make that dream a reality. The New York Jets will enter the 2024 season armed with a roster that has enough talent to make the playoffs, if everyone stays healthy. After an offseason that saw Aaron Rodgers' offensive line be solidified with Tyron Smith, draftee Olu Fashanu, Morgan Moses, and John Simpson come in. Also, Mike Williams gives coordinator Nathaniel Hackett another outlet not named Garrett Wilson. New York's moves must still be translated into performance on the field. With so many new moving parts, it will take time for everything to come together, but when it does, the Jets will be in business. NewYorkJets.com's Ethan Greenberg thinks that while the team has playoff talent, it still needs to do a lot of work to realize its potential. There is no question the Jets have playoff-level talent, Greenberg writes. While the roster is impressive, on paper, that doesn't hold any weight when it comes to game day. This team will operate differently, and more efficiently, with a healthy Aaron Rodgers under center. The offense has firepower with Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, whose numbers should improve with Rodgers. Not to mention players like Tyler Conklin, coming off a career year, and Mike Williams. This team went 7-10 last season, starting 4 different quarterbacks and 13 offensive line combinations. It's easy to see the path to breaking the playoff drought, but there's work to be done to get there. Perhaps the biggest thing that will help or hinder the Jets is the ability of its star players to remain healthy. Rodgers and Elijah Vera Tucker are coming off Achilles injuries, Williams is on the comeback trail from an ACL tear, and Tyron has struggled for consistent playing time for the past couple of seasons. So, there are a lot of star players that the Jets are leaning on to produce for the duration of the season. But if they do, then New York could easily take over the AFC East and be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. However, as Greenberg writes, there's still a lot of work to do to make that a reality, and that work begins at training camp.